want to welcome you to the Ask Jeff YouTube channel, Christmas edition. Here's today's question. Where did the wise men get their information they studied that led them to follow the star? Again, you kind of have to go back in previous days and leading up questions to this. Was the star an actual celestial being? Was it what we know as an actual angel per the book of Revelation chapter 1 and standing above the house, etc.? But the information, where did they know? This all goes back to the book of Daniel and what we know is the Babylonian exile. Remember, God warned them through Isaiah, Jeremiah, a host of prophets that they were going to be in captivity for 70 years. Well, in those 70 years, we have the famous prophet Ezekiel, we have Daniel and his story. The book of Daniel is so prophetic, not only with what we know as the second coming, which most people know Daniel as, but also in the first. And in chapter 9 of the book of Daniel, it actually gives us a time frame of when the Messiah will technically be, quote, cut off. The end of his life, the passion, the crucifixion of Jesus Christ. If you go look at his chronology and you begin to do a time frame, whom we know as the wise men would have known almost precisely when Jesus Christ would be the Word in flesh. And so when it says they were looking for his star, they were looking for his appearance, I believe their sources were the book of Daniel, the prophets of Scripture, etc. I don't think that they were astronomers in our sense. You may want to listen to previous questions. I think they were students of Scripture. And Daniel's prophecy in chapter 9 that says that the time that the Messiah would come is so precise. I've said this before on Wednesday night. I'm going to say it on this channel. If I were not a believer, if I was a skeptic, that's the one that would get me. How do you prophesy something 174,000 days in advance and get it exactly perfect and right? Well, that's why a lot of people question the authenticity of the book of Daniel. Here's the problem with that. The book of Daniel was found in the Dead Sea Scrolls that dates at least 100 years before that journey of the wise men would have taken place, which meant it was spoken well in advance. Great question. If you have one, send to askjeff.net. Maybe your question will be tomorrow's. Thanks for being a part of today's daily question. Now, we answer a question each and every day. Please feel free to submit a new question at askjeff.net. We may not have gotten to yours today, but we eventually will continue to be a part of this. Subscribe so you don't miss out on a question every day.